Hello, hockey fans. My name is David. Thought I would start this message on the evening of Saturday, 14th of May, 2022, North American Eastern Time. Thought I would do is mention my disappointment. Well, kind of a mixed bag here, so just to get out of the way, Flames kind of fell out flat, 4-2 against the Dallas Stars on Friday, so there will be a Game 7 in Southern Alberta on Sunday. Not exactly sure what the time's going to be, but it's probably going to be a late game. Coming up, the Oilers are in a do or die Game 7 of their own against the LA Kings. I agree with Steve Dangle, a prominent broadcaster based in Southern Ontario, that the Leafs did put up a ton of resistance. Yet, in the Game 7 that concluded just minutes ago, what the Leafs didn't do was play in earlier games, or enough of the earlier games in the series, tighter defense. What I'm going to do is let's go to look at the number of goals the Leafs. It was a close game indeed, so I'm just going to go to the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs. All right, I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first round. So just going to go to the series between the Leafs and all right. So in series, just to recap the games. First game was a 5-0 win by the Leafs. Lightning won game 2 5-3. So that was all right. So 5, 3, so 8. So it was 8-5. After 2 games, the score in favor of the Leafs. 5, 8, 5, 13, 5, 13-7 after 3 games in favor of the Leafs. 13-7 in favor of the Leafs. Then after 4 games, 13, so that's 3, 16, 14. 16-14 in favor of the Leafs after 4 games. 16-14, 20-17 after 5. Let's see. Where the Leafs outscored them? It's just easy here. Just gonna figure out here. 21-18 in favor of the Leafs after, let me see here. Oh, crap. I can't even do that. Alright, so, let me just see. I'm just going to see about outscored. Oops. Just going to go on Twitter. I'm just going to find that tweet about that I did about the... Alright, so I'm just going to recap here. Alright, so I'm going to go to 23-21. So that's 23, so that's 24. So the Leafs outscored the Lightning 24-23. So not so bad on the goals scored. 24 over 7. So that's an average of a bit over 3.4 goals scored per game. But goals given up, 23 over 7. Wow. Almost 3.3 goals given up per game. That is unacceptable. So, when it comes to the game, just going to go to the Leafs. They put up a ton of resistance, but it was too little too late. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, alright, where do we go here? Just going to go to, just to recap what the key stats were. I mean, Leafs did score in the series more special teams goals than the 3 they managed to score against the Habs. Leafs didn't show that they quit, but still, they're out. So I'm just going to upload the information here. Just going to figure out what the stats are for the Leafs and why. I'm very... Alright, so let's go here. Wow, Leafs outshot the Lightning 31-25. And actually outhit the Lightning 39-37. Leafs had 26 blocks to the Lightning 13. Leafs gave away the puck 10 times versus the Lightning 9. Leafs kept their penalties low, just 4, versus the Lightning 6. It was a mixed bag on face-offs. Leafs won over 60%. So they had slightly more shots than the Lightning did. Nick Paul scored 2 goals. The first one unassisted by Ross Colton and Foote. The other goal was unassisted. Morgan Rielly scored a goal from assisted by Matthews and Marner. So 18:24 mark of the first period. That was the Lightning goal. 13:25 mark of the second. There was a Leaf goal, and then a bit over 3 minutes after the Rielly goal, it was a goal by Nick Paul. There were no special teams goals. So Leafs did pretty well on the penalty kill, ending up killing off both shorthanded situations. Penalty taking was a problem earlier on in the series, but during Game 7, they kind of cut it out. On the other hand, when it comes to power play, wasn't as good. When it going 0 for 3. Problem is the offense wasn't there. Very unusual. I wrote in a tweet earlier in the evening that I was concerned that the game might go as badly as the second game of the Stars Flames series had gone for the Calgary Flames. A 2-0 loss in that game. Or the Oilers, Game 4 of the Kings-Oilers series, which was, a 4-0 loss for the Oilers. But, yes, the offense, like in Game 2 of that Flame-Star series for the Flames, and Game 4 of the Kings-Oilers series for the Oilers, lack of offense was there. But didn't seem to be as much of a problem as at times, more often in the Flame-Star series. That being said, it's time for big changes. This team, as constructed, can't get it done in the postseason. I mean, yeah, sure, the Leafs put up quite a bit of resistance against the defending Stanley Cup champions, but the Leafs didn't do enough of the right things. The defense wasn't there often enough. Jack Campbell was hung out to dry in Game 7. So, as far as I'm concerned, the Leafs need to make major changes. And I hope that every member of the board of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, the ownership group of the Leafs, Raptors, and a few other sports teams, including the Toronto Marlies and the Raptors 905 team, will hear this message loudly and clearly. That every one of those board members will be complicit for allowing Dubas or Shanahan to stay one more day beyond next week. It's time to act. It's time for NLSC's board of directors to act. The evidence is there right in front of them. 4 seasons of Dubas, 8 under Shanahan. I mean, it's legit to ask if Brad Treliving, son of former CBC Dragons Den panelist Jim Treliving, should be given the boot. Should the Flames go down in 7 games to the Dallas Stars? It's legit to ask because Treliving has been, the younger Treliving has been as a Flames GM about as long as Shanahan as the president of hockey operations. Then there's the issue about Bob Nicholson, CEO of the Oilers Entertainment Group, the ownership group of the Edmonton Oilers, and also Ken Holland in his 3rd season as general manager. So we'll see what happens. But again, certainly for the Leafs, it's time to get rid of Dubas Shanahan. The experiment has failed. There wasn't enough resistance. And I'm sure there will be lots of interesting clips. There's going to be coverage on Monday on the Fan 590, Toronto Sportsnet radio station. There's going to be coverage on, on the morning show. There'll be lots to talk about the Leafs on the Real Kipper and Bourne show in the afternoon, typically hosted by Nick Kyprios, who goes by Twitter handle at Real Kipper, at REALKYPER, and Justin Bourne, who also at times works in Sportsnet Sportsnet intermission coverage in various hockey games during the regular season. So, I also believe, with respect to Toronto radio station TSN 1050, when it comes to, Monday's edition, First Up 1050, co-hosted by Aaron Korolnik and Carlo Koyakovo. Leafs Lunch, hosted by Julia Jacari and Mike DeStefano, the latter known in TSN circles often as Al's brother. And then we go to Overdrive 1050, the late afternoon show, typically co-hosted by Brian Hayes, Jay McLennan, with McLennan, typically also a play-by-play commentator for various Ottawa Senators games broadcast on TSN TV, and forget one, and Jeff O'Neill, who in TSN circles is also known as O-Dog. Typical co-host, and also a panelist on coverage on TSN Sports Center in intermission coverage of games that Leafs play that are broadcast on TSN. So it's very clear what the Leafs, what management's got, what MLC PR, MLC's board of directors is going to have to do. The Dubas Shanahan experiment has failed once again. It failed in a different way, but it still failed. Yes, maybe it was, to give them another chance, but it hasn't worked. The Leafs might not have been in a Game 7 had they managed to shut down the Lightning more effectively, allowing 23 goals over 7 games. Is that acceptable? Yeah, sure. The penalty killing was a lot better in Game 7. They improved on that. And they can take that into the next playoff, into the regular season and the postseason, and 2023 postseason. That said, it's time for the Leafs. It's time for bigger changes to be made. Just what ones? Well, certainly defense has got to be improved. How many times have we seen, they give up 4 more goals a game? Okay, so it wasn't a blowout. By no means. I feared after in late April there would be a blowout. But, my God, it was not. But still, there were no, the only blowout was 7-3 in Game 4. But the Leafs recovered from that. But still, the Leafs ended up in 5 games giving up the opening goal. In just one of them, they ended up winning. Defense was not very good either, and I give it an F. Just what changes Leafs should make to the roster? Well, yeah, I don't know, but I wouldn't rule out moving out a piece of the top core. There are also some restricted and unrestricted free agents. Well, we'll see how many are there. But clearly, it wasn't a lack of scoring that did the Leafs in. It was ultimately the defense, the horrible, dreadful defense that got them to Game 7. They couldn't finish it off. The Leafs couldn't finish it off Game 6. Overtime being a gamble. So, let's see how the Oilers do. And let's win it for Canada, folks. Anyway, go Oilers go, and go Flames go. Leafs fans, better luck next time. And to end this, I unreservedly congratulate the Lightning. They deserve this. They show that they deserve this win. And the Leafs have tough questions to answer. And rightfully so.